Member of Parliament has admitted to taking bribes. Sirisia MP John Waluke claims corruption has been rife not just in the current Parliament, but in previous legislatures, and instead of playing its oversight role, it has also found itself partaking of the graft. Waluke himself says he has received money and has never refused to take it. Our reporter Andrew Ochieng has today's segment on the role the current Parliament has played in fighting corruption.
Parliament has three key roles according to the Constitution: making laws, representation and oversight. In the last function, it is supposed to ensure that the funds it allocates to the national government are utilized properly, often though it has been accused of failing in that duty. One MP, John Waluke, is open about Parliament's failures. He claims that on many occasions, heads of parastatals and other institutions have had to part with the money for investigations against them to be dropped.
And there's no member here who cannot say that either he has not eaten anything on that line. So all of us, I think, we need to be honest.
How much have you received yourself?
Yeah, sometimes, yes, 100, they give at least 100,000 to each member, or 200, it depends with the...
So in total, in the 5 years you've been here this term?
No, but me, I was removed on committee from 2015.
But if you're against it, why were you taking it, or you were for it?
No, I just get the money and they give me that, Mheshimiwa, I have this 100,000 shillings, and even can you refuse money? No, there's nobody can refuse money, maybe God. It's only God who can refuse money, but a human being is a human being. So if I'm given free money, then why should I refuse?
Waluke is supposed to be on trial for his role on the NCPB scandal. The company called Erad Supplies, where he is a director, was accused of forging documents to demand for 200 million shillings from the parastatal. He says other MPs have asked for bribes from him so that his name can be cleared.
My fellow colleagues, when they asked for me to give them 56 million before they support me, I said, no, maybe you wait until we are paid. And when I did not give them money, I only gave them 5 million shillings for sure. And it was little. To them, it was little.
In the 11th Parliament, several committees became theatres of drama as members of Parliament accused each other of corruption. In the Agriculture Committee, a section of the MPs accused their colleagues of pocketing bribes to alter the report on the sugar sector in the country so that those accused of bringing down the Mumias Sugar Company would go scot-free. The MPs baying for each other's blood in the full glares of the camera. There has also been an interesting phenomenon where MPs flock committees and gang up to support the senior government officials under scrutiny. This was clear of Jubilee MPs during one session when the then Devolution and Planning Cabinet Secretary Ann Waiguru was being grilled, and of opposition MPs also during the grilling of Auditor General Edward Ouko.
People don't want to hear facts. People don't want to hear what happened. People want to know this is from tribe A. We don't want him to be grilled. You don't want him to be asked questions. And sometimes members of Parliament coming with favorable questions to ask person being grilled, positive questions to help him make him look good.
Several MPs point to the fact that lobbying is not legal and that committees of Parliament do not have proper resources and mandate to investigate cases. There is also the problem of the majority that Jubilee commands in both houses of Parliament.
The majority party in Parliament views itself as an extension of the executive, and the executive is happy to make them feel so. Okay? And by so doing, it covers up or does the bidding of the executive. Such an environment cannot be conducive for oversight.
Other MPs have, however, dismissed that theory. They say that corruption allegations in Parliament have touched on MPs from both sides of the divide. The most damning indictment came through the Public Accounts Committee, then chaired by Ababu Namwamba, which was dissolved in 2015 after there were allegations that some members had received bribes while investigating the Ministry of Interior and then Principal Secretary Mutea Iringo over the use of more than 2 billion shillings from the 2012-2013 financial year.
So it's not an issue of the majority in the committee. It's an issue of who is the chairman of the watchdog committee. So if allegations are being raised even against a chairman who is from the opposition, what does that tell you about the opposition's desire to fight corruption?
To date, none of the allegations against the members of parliament who had been accused of receiving bribes to favor the people they were investigating have ever been proven, even though they were removed from the committee. Andrew Ochieng, NTV.